Hey all, my name's Phil Fox.
And I'm KFC Dad.
Welcome back, guys.
Yes, welcome back to the channel. And we were a bit stuck of what to do because we're in the international break. Boo!
It's a bit boring.
It is a bit boring. So we thought, as we've played 3 matches in the Premier League, we would go through each team and see how each team has done. So that's 20 teams coming up and see how they've fared in the first 3 games.
Yeah.
So we're going to do this not in alphabetical order, but in order of where all the teams stand in the table currently. Yeah? Comprende?
Right, as always, smash a like and subscribe to the channel.
Yes, smash a like, subscribe to the channel, help us reach our target, and we have been trying to get 50 likes in our last few videos. We're doing it on the match day ones, over 50 likes. So come on, guys, you all watch it. There's hundreds of you watching it. Just smash a like, help us to get over 50 for this video.
Which I think we're trying our best, though.
Yeah, we are trying our best. We're not a big channel, we're only a small channel, but if we could get 50 likes for this one, we'll be over the moon. Okay, let's get into it. So, top of the Premier League is
Manchester City.
Yeah, the champions are at the top, and their first game was against
Chelsea.
That was away to Chelsea, and they won 2-0.
Yes.
Against Enzo Maresca's Chelsea. And then they
beat 4-1 against Ipswich Town.
They played against Ipswich Town at home. Ipswich, they got the first goal.
Yes.
And but they came storming back, and Mr. Haaland
is a robot. He keeps scoring goals.
He scored a hat-trick in that game, didn't he?
Yes.
And then they travelled away to rejuvenated West Ham side, who have had lots of players in and are tipped to do well this season.
They gave it go at Manchester at their home. They gave it go, but they couldn't nick it.
Yeah, because the robot was there again and scored another hat-trick. Back-to-back hat-tricks for Haaland.
Fair play to him, Dad.
Yeah. So that is top of the Premier League, Manchester City with 9 points. Going into the 4th game, Manchester City are
playing against Brentford at their Etihad.
So they've got a home game against Brentford. Do you think Haaland will score another hat-trick?
No, 4.
Oh yeah. Okay, so that's top of the league, Manchester City. We move on to the next one. In 2nd place with 9 points as well,
it's Liverpool.
Yeah, with a 100% record, just like Manchester City. Their first game was against newly promoted Ipswich Town.
They gave it go. Ipswich gave it go at the first half, but they didn't at the second half. Liverpool won 2-0.
They did. They won 2-0 in that game where Mo Salah and Diego Jota scoring for them. And in their second game,
they won 2-0 against Brentford.
2-0 against Brentford. Mo Salah scored in that game as well.
And Diaz scored.
And then their third game, well, this was a biggie. This was a big Sunday game against their rivals, Manchester United. And they battered them.
And Diaz scored 2 goals and Mo Salah again.
So Mo Salah scored in every game this season. I hope this doesn't carry on because we don't want him to go down 11 games with scoring in every game and take away Jamie Vardy's record. So Mo Salah, don't score in this next game,
please. Yes.
And their next game is
Forest at home.
Yes, Nottingham Forest. That will be an interesting game because Forest have done very well as well. They haven't lost a game so far. But yeah, that'll be an interesting game. So that's number 2 in the Premier League is Liverpool. Arnie Slot's Liverpool. Currently sitting in 3rd place is
Brighton Albion.
Yes, Brighton are doing really, really well. Their new manager's come in and he's just kind of brought them to a next level now, hasn't he?
He gave him go. They got some good players and good manager.
well, we've got one of their players on loan, and he's very good. So you can imagine what their squad is like. They have done very well, and they've bought very well. They're one of the big spenders of the transfer window.
I think they will get the Europa League spot.
Yeah, I think there will be somewhere around that. So the first game they battered Everton 3-0.
Yes. Wow.
Welbeck scoring in that, one of the scorers.
And then 2-1 against Manchester United.
Yes, they beat a hapless Man United 2-1. Welbeck, did he score in that one as well?
Yeah, and Pedro.
João Pedro scored in that. And then they went to the Emirates.
But we've got to say red card for Arsenal.
Yeah, there was a red card for Arsenal, but they managed to get a draw. So they haven't lost a game in the first 3 games and are doing very well in 3rd place. Can they continue this?
I got this got a feeling, yes, they will.
Yeah, I think they will as well, because they're a very, very good side.
They could have a little blip. They could.
Yeah, any team can have a little blip, but I think they are a very strong side, and anyone who plays against them will have a hard game. So that's number 3 in the Premier League, Brighton. In 4th place in the Premier League is
Arsenal.
Arsenal, yes. So, they, in their first game, they won 2-0 against Wolves.
Wolves, yeah.
With Havertz scoring.
And Bukayo Saka.
And Bukayo Saka, yes. And then they went to
Villa, they won 2-0.
They went 2-0 there as well.
And Trossard got that's what you normally do.
Trossard scored. And who else?
Thomas Partey.
Partey, yeah. And then their last game, we just mentioned it, was against Brighton, and they drew. So they're on the same points as Brighton.
But Havertz scored again for Arsenal.
They did. So they've already dropped points in the title race. So Manchester City are kind of a little bit above them now, in the sense that yes, Arsenal have dropped points.
Liverpool looking a bit strong.
Yeah, so I think it'll be between those 3.
Got a chance.
So that's position number 4 in the Premier League. And let's not forget,
it's the London Derby.
Arsenal will be playing against Tottenham Hotspur at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
Do you think that Arsenal will win against them?
I think, having seen what Tottenham have been like, yes, I think they will.
I just got now. They're good at Spurs are good at home, but you never know. You're opposite. You can be. They'll be okay. Next day, you have good days. They have bad days.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I can't see Tottenham winning that, but you never know. So that's position number 4. Coming in at 5th place is
Newcastle.
Yes, Newcastle United coming in at 5th place. They've got 7 points. They've come in with 2 wins and a draw, same as Arsenal, same as Brighton. Their first game,
Southampton 1-0.
They won 1-0. Southampton played really well in that, I've heard.
Yeah, they did. They just went blip, gone downhill.
Yeah, and their second game was against Bournemouth, and that's the one they drew. They drew 1-1 with Bournemouth, didn't they?
That's a bit interesting one.
Yeah, and the third game, the last game they played, was against Tottenham Hotspur, and they lost. They won 2-1.
Harvey Barnes
scoring and Isak scoring for them.
I'm saying Harvey, but Newcastle fans, I'm missing Harvey Barnes very much.
Yeah, we are, but we've got different players now. So yeah, they're in 5th place. Will they stay in 5th place?
I think they go to Champions League.
You think Newcastle will be in Champions League?
Again, yeah.
You reckon? You don't think anyone else has got a chance?
Brighton might get a blip, and the swap. I think Newcastle will get in there. Bang.
Right. Okay. Okay. So that's 5th place. Who's their next game? Away to Wolves. That's it. Molyneux. So that'll be a tough game for them. So that's the 5th place, Newcastle. Okay, coming in sixth place with 6 points is
Brentford, the Bees.
yes, Thomas Frank's Brentford. In their first game, they
won 2-1 against Crystal Palace.
They did win 2-1 against it. And Waymo scoring in that one, and I think, was it Wissa?
Wissa, yeah.
And then in their second game, they played against Liverpool. I think they lost that 2-0. We already mentioned that one. And then on their last game,
they won 3-1
against Southampton. And Waymo, and who else scored? Wissa scored in that as well. So
Waymo scored 2 goals in Southampton, one, and then one in Crystal Palace. Scored 3.
They scored 3 goals. A good player. That's rumours that we've heard in the transfer window that Arsenal were looking at him and maybe going for him in the winter or summer transfer windows. That was a rumour that we heard about him. He's a good player.
Yeah.
And I don't think they're missing Ivan Toney, who has departed to Saudi, getting 400 grand a week, it's been reported.
Too much, I think.
Well, he's not going to say that. He's going to say, well, that's good for him. But let's see what happens. I don't know about his England career, with that we'll continue with that because he's playing in Saudi, but we'll have to wait and see. So that's number 2. Who they got next?
Manchester City.
Okay, is that home or away?
Away at the Etihad.
Okay, I don't think they're going to win that one, but you never know. So that's position number 6 in the Premier League. Position number 7 in the Premier League is
Aston Villa.
Aston Villa, yes. Aston Villa, the Champions League team. They're playing in Champions League this season. Wonder how that will affect their league performances.
Do you think they will struggle in Champions League, Dad?
I don't know. Depends who they have. I think they'll do all right in the Champions League. They want to make the most of it, like we did when we were in Champions League, going away to all them away games. We know a few people that some Villa fans
are going looking excited.
Yeah, they will be excited. Anyway, the first game they played against West Ham.
And Duran scored and Onana scored.
Yeah, Duran and Onana scored in that one. Then they played
Arsenal. They lost 2-0.
2-0 to Arsenal. And in their last game, they played against Leicester and they won 2-1 in that one as well. And surprisingly, Onana and Duran scored again.
But we played better in the second half, Dad.
We did, but we'll talk about that when it comes to our turn. So, who they got next?
They got Everton.
Everton, home or away?
At the Villa Park.
Yes. I think Villa will win.
Yeah.
Well, we need them to win. Okay, so that's not game. That's position number 7. So position number 8 in the Premier League is
Bournemouth.
Bournemouth, yes. They've drawn 2 and won 1. So their first game of the season was against
Forest.
Against Nottingham Forest, and they drew 1-1 with that, with Semenyo scoring.
And Chris Wood for Forest.
And then they went to
Newcastle at home. 1-1 draw.
1-1 draw.
And Marcus scored for Bournemouth, and then Andy Gordon for Newcastle.
And in the third game,
Everton were winning 2-0
until the 87th minute, and they capitulated. And Bournemouth scored 3 goals in the last 3 minutes of normal time, and then whatever was added on, and won 3-2 in that game. What a capitulation by Everton on that one.
Bournemouth got at home against Chelsea.
That's their next game, yes. Right, yeah. So they're in position number 8. Okay, so in position number 9 is our near neighbours.
Nottingham Forest, the trees.
Yeah, Nottingham Forest. They're doing really well. They've not lost a game. They've got 5 points. In the first game, they drew against Bournemouth.
Could they get Europa League?
They could if they carry on in this way. And then their second game, who did they play in their second game?
Southampton won. Nottingham Forest won 1-0.
Yeah, I think I remember seeing some of that game. Southampton had a lot of the ball, played some really nice football, but just couldn't do nothing in the last third. And Forest got the goal and won that game 1-0. And then the last game, they played against Wolverhampton Wanderers.
And got 1-1 draw.
Another 1-1 draw. So that gave them 5 points and they've not lost a game. So they're doing pretty well under their new manager. Nuno Espirito Santos. Okay, so what's their next game?
They got Liverpool away.
That'll be a tough game for them, but I don't know. With this Forest side, you don't know what they're going to do, because they have got some good quality players, and they have
buying some players in summer as well.
Yeah, and they have been in the Premier League for 2 seasons now. So yeah, that's position number 9 is Nottingham Forest. Position number 10 in the Premier League is
Tottenham Hotspur.
Yes, right. They've had a mixed start for the first 3 games, haven't they? They played against Leicester in the first game, and they got a draw. They absolutely battered it in the first half, but just couldn't put their chances away. They could have been 3-4-0 up, and then we got a bit resilient after the 60th or 70th minute, and
make all the noise, fans making noise.
Yeah, and Jamie Vardy scored, and he did go to them as well, to their fans. And then the second game,
they won 4-0.
Yeah, they comprehensively beat Everton 4-0.
And Son scored
twice. Yes, and you would think, right, they're going to kick on now, but
they didn't.
In their third game, they played against Newcastle and lost 2-1.
Spurs fans were a bit upset.
They were a bit upset, especially our friend Expression Zuzi.
And Superiority.
Yes, Superiority. There was a few that weren't.
That been all meltdowns.
Yes. So, do you think they're gonna pick up?
Yeah. I just got a feeling. Yeah.
Oh, they got a lot of quality players, and
And they will pick up one day. They will do it, but I can see they won't get Champions League.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, it's a tough one. There's about 3-4 teams vying for that 4th spot. I think the first 3 spots are already taken: Manchester City, Arsenal, and Liverpool. That 4th spot could be Villa, Newcastle, Tottenham, Manchester United, Chelsea,
Brighton.
Yeah, there's about 6 teams vying for that 4th spot, but you don't know. It's only 3 games in, so we'll see. So that's position number 10. Who they got next?
London Derby.
Oh yes, London Derby. They played against Arsenal
at home.
Yep, at home. So that's position number 10. Okay, in 11th position is...
It's a Royal Blue. It's Chelsea.
It's Chelsea with 4 points, just like Tottenham have got 4 points as well. Chelsea, yeah. The new Enzo Maresca regime. Is his tactics working? He's got lots and lots of players to amalgamate. He's already
got beat. He got beat first one against Manchester City.
Yeah, 2-0. But he's had to take out some players, hasn't he? He's told Ben Chilwell he's not needed. He told
Sterling
is not needed, who consequently then went to Arsenal on loan. So yeah, he's already been ruthless with the squad.
Another one that Chilwell and Turkish team are interested in to go online.
Yeah, and another one who went to, where did he go to? Did he go to?
A colleague Gallagher went to Atletico Madrid.
He did, yes. So yeah, I don't know. It's a mixed bag. I think he will get it right as time goes on. But right now, they're a mixed bag. They're a bit like Spurs, you don't know what to expect. I think, well, like you said, in the first game, they lost against Manchester City.
And they won 6-2 against Wolves.
They absolutely smashed Wolves. And you think, wow, this is it. They're going to go. Just like Tottenham did against Everton 4-0. And then...
they bottled it. 1-1 draw against Crystal Palace. The Palace are a strong team.
They are a strong team, and we've got them next. But yeah, you think they would have kick on after that 6-2 win, but they drew with Palace, and fair play to Palace. Who have they got next?
They got Bournemouth away.
Bournemouth away. Well, that'll be a tough game for them. So that's.
I'm going to tell you now. I don't think Chelsea will get Champions League. I can see they will get Europa League.
Okay, well, we'll have to wait and see. It's only been 3 games, mate.
What do you think that Chelsea will get?
I don't think they'll get Champions League either. I think they'll be in the top 6.
I totally agree with that.
Yeah, so that's position number 11 is Chelsea. Okay, so position number 12 is
Fulham.
Yeah, Fulham.
They're on the same point with Chelsea, 4 points.
Yeah, and they're a funny side as well. You know, they did it very well in the transfer market, brought in some good players. Emil Smith-Rowe being one of them. Scored against us in our game. His first goal for Fulham. In their first game, they
lost Manchester United.
They only just lost though. I mean, we watched that game, didn't we? And Manchester United weren't very good at all. And Fulham were good, but they were unlucky to lose in that one. I think the new player, Xerxes, scored for Manchester United. And then in the second game they played against us, that was at home for Fulham. They did in the first half.
Battering us.
They were battering us, yes. And it ended up 2-1 to Fulham. And then in the third game,
they got 1-1 draw against Ipswich Town.
Yeah, giving Ipswich Town their first point of the season. So yeah, it's where they should be, or I think they will maybe do a little bit better as the season goes on. But it's only 3 games, like we said. So let's see. That's position number 12.
And also, I'm going to call them Fulham are the underdogs.
Yeah.
And also, I can see they might get Europa Conference.
Well, there's a lot of teams going for that as well, isn't there? I'm going to say who they got next.
West Ham at home.
West Ham at home. That'll be a tough game for them. A
little
London derby.
Yeah.
So that's the position number 12. Position number 13. Unlucky for some, but yeah, is
West Ham.
West Ham. They have 3 points currently, winning 1 and losing 2.
Yes, and they lost 3-1 against Manchester City.
In their last game, yes, they did. And in the first game, they won, didn't they? No, they lost 2-1 to Aston Villa. It's their middle game that they won against Crystal Palace. They won 2-0.
Yeah. Another one I'm going to call them underdogs as well.
Yeah?
Yeah, because they are a good team as well, I have to say it.
Yeah, they are a good team. They bought a lot of players in under their new manager, Lopetegui. And yeah, we'll see how they get on. This is after 3 games, so this is position number 13.
And they got a game against West Ham away against Fulham. Away.
Yeah, London derby. So that's their next game against Fulham. Position number 14, and with 3 points is
Manchester United. It's embarrassing for them.
It is a bit embarrassing for them because they've won 1 game and they've lost 2. For a club like Manchester United, they are not doing very well at all. And there's rumours that Erik ten Hag is not going to be there very long.
Oh.
So yeah, their first game, that's the game they won. They only just won that as well against Fulham. We just mentioned it, didn't we?
Yeah.
Fulham had the better of that game, but they scored with their new player Xerxes.
Yeah.
Then they lost to
Brighton.
They lost 2-1, and then they got demolished by their rivals and neighbours Liverpool 3-0.
Yes.
So yeah.
What are your thoughts about Manchester United?
I don't know. I think there's a lot of things wrong there.
They got some players are falling out with him as well. Eckhart, their owners just don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, it's going to take a lot of things to get that right. It's not it's the backroom staff, the backroom and the hierarchy that I think needs change.
Sorting out.
Yeah, needs sorting out. So yeah, they're a bit in turmoil.
Yeah.
So that's position number 14. Who they got next?
They got Southampton away.
Well, on paper you'd say they've got to win that,
Yes.
but I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so that's the position number 14. And in position number 15 is
Leicester City.
yes, Leicester City are in 15th place. Well, we got 1 point. We lost 2. Well, the first game was against Spurs with the GOAT scoring on that one, and then the second game
says that to the Spurs.
Yeah, in the second game,
Fulham we lost 2-1 against
2-1. While Faz getting a goal there,
and Van
Buonanotte getting the goal at our loss against Aston Villa at home. So we're not having any problem scoring. We are scoring goals. The only thing I'm saying is I don't understand this, but 2 of our best players from last season were Ricardo and Mavididi, but he's not even gave any game time to Ricardo, and I think Ricardo he's a leader on the pitch and he's versatile. I've got nothing against Christensen or Justin. I think Ricardo should be playing on the right, and then I think Justin should be playing on the left. He should give that a go. And then Mavididi's not even getting a start.
What he did against Aston Villa.
Yeah, he's coming on and he's showing that he's good. I think.
Hopefully we'll change it for at Crystal Palace.
Well, I think all the fans can see it, and Steve Cooper needs to see that as well. That Fatawu and Mavididi work well, and then bring on the new players, or start with instead of Ndidi in the number 10 role like we did in the last game. It should be Buonanotte in that number 10 role.
You know what's been interesting for me? Jordan Irewood against Aston Villa.
Yeah, look, listen, he did well when he came on as well. I think there are signs of we're doing okay. We've only got 1 point, same as Ipswich from the 3 promoted side, but I think we need to stop being too defensive to start off with. I think we need to attack.
I agree.
Yeah,
and also I'm looking for that Edward at Leicester. Massive signing for us.
Yeah, well, we've got to see how he does, and let's see if he starts in the next. Well, he can't start in the next game because we're playing against his parent club, Crystal Palace. That's our next game, Crystal Palace away. So Edward won't be playing in that game, but Ayu can play in that game because we bought Ayu.
Guess what I'm going to say? I think Leicester will win that game.
Well, I don't know. It'll be a tough game. Crystal Palace are kind of similar to us in that they've had mixed results in their first 3 games. So that is position number 15, Leicester City. Position number 16 is
Crystal Palace.
Crystal Palace, yeah. The team that we're going to be playing next.
Yes, I will be there.
Yeah, that's Crystal Palace away for Leicester. In their first game, they lost
2-1
to
Brentford.
And then in the second game, they lost that one as well, didn't they?
2-0 as well.
And in their third game, they got an admirable 1-1 draw with Chelsea. They've lost some players in the transfer window, but they have brought some players in as well. I think Eze got their goal for against Chelsea, didn't they? But that is the only goal they've scored in the 3 games.
I just don't know. People find all the Crystal Palace think they're going to struggle.
You think?
Because they sold Jordan Ayu to us, Dad, and they sold on loan Edward
and Elise's gone as well.
Yeah, I think they're going to struggle.
I don't know. I think they're a good side. I think they're a good mid-table side. So, yeah, that's position number. What did we say?
16.
16, and their next game is against us, against Leicester City. And in 17th position in the Premier League is
Ipswich Town.
Ipswich Town, yes. 1 point, same as us. They got that in their last game against Fulham. And their first game, they've had a tough start because they played against Liverpool. They lost 2-0, and then they had to play the champions, and they lost 4-1 in that. And then they played against Fulham and got a 1-1 draw.
Yes. What do you think they will say up, Dad?
Listen, they're similar to us. You know, you don't know. I think they've bought a lot of players in. They've got to bed them down, and they've got to gel. But they have got some good players. I mean, I wish we'd have got Smodic.
He scored against Manchester City, Dad.
He did, I know. And I'm thinking, you know, that's one we should have gone for.
And the striker used faithful online to hold that. Liam Delap, something like that.
Liam Delap, yeah.
He scored against Manchester City, Dad. No, he scored against Fulham.
They're in 17th position. They've got their first point. Fair play. So out of the 3 promoted side, Leicester have got a point, Ipswich got a point, and Southampton are yet to get a point. So 17th position, and their next game is
Brighton Albion.
Yeah, so that's going to be a tough game for them. Brighton flying high there. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in that one. That's 17th position. Now into the relegation, 3 teams at the bottom after 3 games. 18th place is Wolverhampton Wanderers, yes. They've got 1 point, same as us, same as Ipswich, and same as Manchester United. No, Manchester United got 3 points. And
Crystal Palace as well.
Yeah, Crystal Palace as well. So they got their 1 point in their last game against Nottingham Forest,
and they've got 2 losses.
2 losses. And who did they play the first game?
Arsenal. They won 2-0.
Arsenal beat them 2-0, and then they got battered against Chelsea
6-2.
So they have lost a few players. I mean, they sold Max Kilman to West Ham. Pedro went to Chelsea. They've lost some good players, and they're in 18th position at the moment after 3 games. And the next game is
Newcastle.
That's a tough one. That's a tough game for them. That's position number 18.
Do you think they will stay up, Dad?
I think they'll be in the mix with the last, 6 or 8 teams at the bottom.
It's a hard one, but I can see this. My head, they will stay up.
Yeah, well, we'll have to wait and see. It's only been 3 games. Okay, that's position number 18. Position number 19 is
Southampton.
One of the newly promoted sides, along with us and Ipswich. They've played well in a lot of their games. Lovely passing football, just like Enzo Maresca's football. But from what I've seen or heard, their final third is not clicking at the moment, and they're not doing well. So they've lost all 3 of their first 3 games. The first one was to
Newcastle 1-0,
and then they lost to
1-0 against Nottingham Forest, and then lost 3-1 against Brentford.
So not great for the Saints at the moment. Hopefully they can pick up after this international break.
I'm saying Southampton will go down.
Yeah, it's looking like a big possibility, but like I said, for me at the moment it's after only 3 games, and there's 6 to 8 teams that things it can change. It can change in an instant. So that's 19th position, and it is Southampton, the Saints. What's their next game? Manchester United.
Yes.
Manchester United is their next game, so that will be an interesting game.
Yes.
Okay, so in 20th place at the bottom of the league, propping the rest of the league up is
Everton.
Yes, Everton. I don't know what's going on with Everton, but they've absolutely been battered. They're 3-0 in their first game, 4-0 in their next game, and in their last game they were up 2-0 up, and they capitulated in the 87th minute and let in 3 goals to let
them goals in.
Who beat them? Brentford?
No.
Bournemouth, yeah. Bournemouth come back in the last 3 minutes of normal time and then extra time to beat Everton 3-2. There's a bit of turmoil going on. The fans aren't happy. It's not good at Goodison at the moment.
They want Sean Dyche out.
Some of the fans do want Sean Dyche out. There's some takeovers happening in the background, and it's a mess. It's a complete mess. But they're at the bottom at the moment. So
do you think they will go down, Dad?
I don't know. If they change their manager, maybe they'll pick up. I don't know. Currently, in their current form, they do look down and out. So that is all our 20.
And also they've got to play away against Aston Villa Park.
Oh yeah, sorry. Their next game is against Aston Villa at Villa Park. That will be a tough game for them. I don't know if they'll get anything out of that, but yeah. So that's our little sort of look back at the first 3 games of the Premier League that every team has played, and positions, and what we thought of the games. So I hope you've enjoyed watching this, and the prediction vlogs will be coming up soon as well for the Premier League and for the Championship.
And also we'll be having match day vlogs. Be back 12 soon.
Yeah, match day vlogs will be Crystal Palace next. So guys, we said it at the beginning. Come on, we want to get over 50 likes, and then we can see on our analytics loads of you are watching and stuff. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Come on, help us get through.
Share, like, and just share. And come on, you foxes, say it.
Come on, you foxes. We'll see you again very soon. Adios, amigos.
Goodbye.